Welcome. It is Friday, January the 31st, 2025. Still in January. Seems like it's been a very long month. But today, I'm going to go to the Fort Bend Museum, learn about life in Fort Bend in the 1860s with a guided tour. So I'm going to go check that out. Also, today at 7-Eleven is free Slurpee day. So you get a free small Slurpee today. So join me if you will. It's good to have you here. Will you? So according to their website, it says learn about life in Fort Bend in the 1860s with a guided house tour of the 1855 Longsmith Cottage and the 1883 Moore Home. So yeah, the Fort Bend Museum is located at 410 South 5th Street in Richmond, Texas. Alright, so this is the Fort Bend Museum. I did pay for the guided house tours, so that starts at 3 o'clock. It is currently 2:37. So just looking around the museum here until that starts. And for the guided house tour, it was $12. Not bad. So that's one of the houses I'll be going into. This says lift the handle to feel the weight of a full cotton bag. Ooh, can't even lift that. Wow, I can barely lift it. There's some cotton right there. Wow, from Texas to England. Live to smell the gun smoke of the shootout. This is trapped by the flood. During the Great Flood of 1899, 19 people climbed a tree to escape the rising waters. Stranded for 3 days, they lowered a shoe on a rope to get water to drink. The old telephones, and they got imperial sugar. Sugarland, my hometown. Looks completely different today. Open the drawers below to see barbed wire and sulfur. What is that stinky smell? That's a cool looking chair. That's interesting. This kind of looks like my old dog Copper. They do have a gift shop too. I might get me a magnet or something. We'll see what they got. Like I said, I paid for the guided tour. So they're going to take me into 2 houses. And this is going to be one of them. I think there's a yellow house on the other side that they're going to go through, take me through. You can barely see it. So the guided house tour is of the 1855 Longsmith Cottage and 1883 Moore Home. These optional tours are only available with the purchase of a general admission to the museum, gallery, and grounds. It was built by Jane Long's grandson. The 1855 Longsmith Cottage is one of the oldest buildings in the county. The 1883 Moore Home was home to Congressman John M. and Lottie Dyer Moore, and in 2001 was placed on the National Register of Historic Places. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's the museum that I was in. The only thing I couldn't video. I could take pictures, so I took some pictures with my camera. So I'll definitely show that. But yeah, they took me into that there's a yellow house over there. And then I went in this house. And the tour guide said in October they have like a haunted Halloween guided tour for this place. So I'll definitely come back for that. But yeah, I'll show you the pictures that I took. This was the first house I went into. I just wanted to show the outside of it because I couldn't film inside, so. There's a sign right here. That's the back porch area. They even had an outhouse. Yeah, it's a shame I couldn't video in there because the tour guide was really good. She told a lot of good stories. But like I said, I'll show you the pictures I got. So that was a well they had on the outside of the museum. They said it's in its original spot. Then this was inside that first house, that Longsmith Cottage. The Smiths lived there. She said they had a huge family. That was the living room. The eating area. And this was like a, she said they used this room like to get dressed in, kind of like a big closet. And then that was the bedroom with the little baby laying there in the crib. And she was saying something about the beds, how where they said sleep tight, where it came from. There's some like rope or strings on there that's tied to the side of the bed. And she said after sleeping on it a while, it'll loosen up and you always have to tighten it up. She said that's where sleep tight came from. And then with whatever they used for to sleep on for the pillows, they didn't use cotton because, you know, that's their, you know, money maker. They're not going to sleep on their money, she said. So whatever stuff they used for their pillows, sometimes the like bugs would get in it. And that's where the term "don't let the bed bugs bite" came from. So that was interesting. Let's see. This was the outhouse. And this, she said, it used to have grapes on it, and they would make wine back in the day. And this was cool. This is a storm cellar. Couldn't go down in there, but yeah, she said they made it after they had the big flood in Galveston back in the day. Can't really see down there that good, but
This is a big tree they had out there that got damaged from Hurricane Beryl. And then that's the Moore house that I went into. That's the front of it. They were very, very wealthy back in the day. They had a butler. That was on the outside of the house there. That's right when you come in. And then this was like the living room area. She said, you know, back in the day before they had funeral homes, you know, they would have funerals in this room. I think even when the daughters got married in this room. One of these old record players, she actually wound it up and was playing music on there. That was pretty neat. And it had an elevator. They built an elevator. She said it was really, really slow, but had a little phone in there because the guy was paranoid if he would get stuck in the elevator. It was a direct landline to the fire department, she said. So, you know, he's really afraid of getting stuck in there. He could call them. And then this was the dining area. The kitchen. A refrigerator with a radio on top. And this part, she said, originally was outdoors, and they, you know, built it in to be inside. The floor was kind of slanted because she said when it didn't have the roof on it and everything, it was for the rain to, you know, to slide down so it wouldn't, you know, flood in there. And then that was the room where Mr. Moore, his office and kind of his man cave, if you will. That's a picture of him. That was John Moore Jr. He inherited the house after his dad passed away. And one of the bathrooms there. And then this was the women's room where they would talk and gossip. And, you know, after the tour was over, she told me that John Moore Jr. actually passed away in that room. So she said in October they have a guided Halloween haunted tour that I'm going to look into. Sounded very interesting, but yeah, that was it. It was pretty cool. And then from the gift shop, I got me a couple of stickers, fueled by coffee and history. And also got me a magnet, Fort Bend Museum. Pretty neat place. I enjoyed it. 12 bucks wasn't bad. Now for my free Slurpee. And unfortunately, I couldn't go upstairs in the Moore house, but she said probably sometime in the near future they'll start letting people go up there. But she did tell me a little story about the haunted tour that they do in October. She said one time there was this little girl, and they were in that room where John Moore Jr. died, and she said like she could see him, like there was a man sitting in a chair, and she said the little girl described him to a T. So I don't know if she was just telling me that to spook me out, but yeah, that's what she said. But yeah, I'll definitely look forward to going back there in October. All right, time for my free Slurpee, if they have any left. All right, there it is. Which one's the small? This is small. All right. The blue raspberry, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Oreo and cherry. Which one do I want? Well, here's our frozen lemonade Slurpees. Blueberry, mango. I'll try the mango. right, one free Slurpee achieved. All right, well, that's going to do it for my video for today. As always, thank you for watching. Be safe, be kind, and stay caffeinated.